but not least, since I won't be before you long, it is with a Syrophoenician woman in Mark 7:24-30, whom Jesus met soon after he entered into a house in the region of Tyre to lay low for a while and to teach his disciples. Yes, it is soon after his arrival to the administrative district of Tyre and not the city itself, where we can see the woman's motherly love. We can see her love without limits kick in. And what my mother did for me, when she, without any consideration at all for his privacy or his plans, she apparently barged into the house where he was, fell down at his feet with cries for his help to drive out the demon that had possessed her little girl. And this she did because no mother I know ever wants to see their child being controlled by demons and doing atypical things to either themselves or others that are harmful, shameful, or destructive, like cutting themselves, stealing and lying, or being disobedient to their parents or to people in authority. Not to mention, never in a million years ever wanting to see your child hurting from a sickness, foaming at the mouth, or climbing up the walls like we see on TV. So with her focus being solely on her daughter getting delivered, it was when she saw Jesus, where she, in knowing about his power and his compassion for all who put their trust in him, it is here where she came crying out to Jesus and saying in Matthew 15:22, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me. My daughter is suffering terribly from being possessed by demons." Put another way, it was upon seeing Jesus where she, as a mother, on behalf of her child, threw caution to the wind and completely disregarded how the Jews viewed people like her, who are of the Syrophoenician nationality, as being dogs with no likelihood of ever receiving God's blessings. And while sad but true, to know that racism even existed way back then, the evidence of this can be seen in Matthew 15:24-26, with the Lord's response to the woman. Although his use of the word dog in his reply to her was not in the same derogatory manner as used by the Jews. For a dog to the Jews was a filthy, homeless street scavenger, while a dog to Jesus was a household pet who was beloved by its owner. Nevertheless, it is after telling the woman who was crying out for his help that he was sent only to preach the gospel to the lost sheep of Israel and not to the Gentiles. It was when the mother, in Matthew 15:25, persisted in her persistence, if you will. And while kneeling before him, she cried out again and said, "Lord, help me.
Help me. Help me."